and important key points regarding the sex determination in animals. Key points. We have to remember forever. These are more important. May will ask in various competitive exams like MSET and NEET. Here, human chromosomal preparations were first made by Fleming in the year 1882. First determination of human chromosomal number 2n is equal to 48 by Winnewater. The right determination of human chromosomal number 2n is equal to 46 by Geo and Levon. Y chromosome discovered by Painter. X body, that word was given by Henke. Sex chromosomes, the word was given by Wilson. Autosome, word was given by Montgomery. Human meiotic chromosomal study in testis, first made by Forth. Okay. In addition to this, chromosomal theory of sex determination was given by Wilson. Theory of heterogamesis was given by Carens. Gene balancing theory was given by Bridges, Kelvin Bridges. So like that, under chromosomal theory, Chromosomal theory XX, XY. This is example for male heterogamy. XX, X0 both will comes under male heterogamy. Example for this one, humans and Drosophila. These are the example for XX and XY method where males are said to be heterogamy. XX and X0 here, cockroach and grasshopper. Example for this. For female heterogamy, Z0 method of sex determinating mechanism is available. For this, examples are moth and butterfly. And one more, ZW method of sex determination also will comes under female heterogamy. For this, birds, reptiles, some fishes also comes as an example for this one. Hormonal control of sex determination, especially seen in cows. Here, sterile females are developed. Simply we call them as a free martins. Environmental control of sex determination mechanism is also there. For this, the best example is Bonilia. The Bonilia, that organism, if it grows, mental control of sex determination, that was given. Best example for this one is Bonilia. The Bonilia viridis, that organism, Bonilia zygotes, if they develop in proboscis, they becomes male. Here, high content of CO2 will be there. If they develop, they means the zygote of a Bonilia, if it is developed in the mud, it becomes female, where less CO2 content will be there. Partial developing of zygote at proboscis. Later, the remaining further development of zygote shows in the mud. They becomes sterile. So here, under this environmental control of sex determination, here more carbon dioxide will give the male organism in Bonilia. Less CO2, where the zygotes are going to develop, they become a female. A little bit development may be completed within the proboscis, then they fall down into the marine water or sea water, they reach the bottom. If the further development may be completed, then they become sterile. Here, environment also decides the sex of the organism. That is the story about it. Now, parthenogenesis. Other name for this one is Arhinotoky. I think the development of the organism from unfertilized egg. Development of the organism from unfertilized egg. Unfertilized egg developed into male. So that parthenogenesis or hydroploidy is nothing but haplodiploidy. You remember. The example for this one is honeybees, ants, example, etc. So parthenogenesis means the unfertilized egg they developed into male. That is said to be parthenogenesis or hydroploidy. Is nothing but males are always haploid in condition, females are always diploid in condition. So haplodiploid in condition also we decides the type of sex in the case of honeybees and ants. Then one more here is gynandromorph. Gynandromorphism. A single organism will have a characters of both male and female organism. For this one is it can be divided into three kinds. Bilateral gynanders. The example for this one is Drosophila. Other one is anterior posterior gynander. Examples for this one is beetles. Now the third one is sex P balls. It also can be divided into loss of X chromosome. For this one again Drosophila will come as a good example. Other one binucleated egg. Example for this one is silkworm. Okay. The gynandromorphism word was given by Goldsmith. So these are the some of the very important key points regarding the determination, sex determination in various animals. Then after this human karyotype. Especially all the chromosomes, 23 pairs of chromosome present in the human body are arranged depending on their shape, size, etc. That is said to be human karyotype or ideogram also. That will be developed by observation of all chromosomes during metaphase only. By observation of metaphase chromosomal, based on that thing only we can make human karyotype. Then chromosomes can be divided into four kinds depending on the presence and location of centromere in them. One is acrocentric, telocentric, petacentric and metacentric. But if we see the chromosomal pattern in human karyotype, it here metacentric chromosomes are there, sub metacentric chromosomes are there, acrocentric chromosomes are there, but there is no telocentric chromosomes in human karyotype. No telocentric type of chromosomes are seen in the human karyotype. Okay, and then all chromosomes in the human body can be divided into different groups. I think A, B, C, D, E, F and G. A group here 1, 2, 3. B 4 and 5. C 6th chromosome 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11 and 12. D 13, 14 and 15. E 16, 17, 18. F 19, 20 and G 21, 22 and here Y chromosome is there, under C X chromosome is there. These are the few very important points we have to remember. The place where X chromosome is available ante under C group of autosomes. Y chromosome was introduced at G group. You remember this. X chromosome always will be sub-metacentric in nature. Y chromosome is acrocentric. So these are the few and extra points we have to remember regarding this. The next one, some chromosomal aberrations are also developed here due to non-disjunction process. Non-disjunction, it is a process, means non-separation of homologous chromosomes during meiotic or mitotic division that may result in the developing of abnormal eggs or abnormal sperms, etc. The non-disjunction is observed during mitotic division. It is said to be mitotic non-disjunction. If it is occurred in meiotic divisions, that is said to be meiotic non-disjunction. If it is appeared for the first time in the organism, it is said to be primary non-disjunction. The non-disjunction process, if it is occurred in the organism which was already primary non-disjunction, then it is said to be secondary non-disjunction, etc. Whatever it may be, primary or secondary, here there is no proper separation of homologous chromosomes during meiotic or mitotic divisions. Hence, abnormal eggs are going to be developed. Let us we can see one of the example. Here is a female. Here is a male. This female generally gives two gametes. One gamete should receive one X chromosome, other gamete should receive the other X chromosome in it. That is said to be gametogenesis. That is said to be norma. The same thing here abnormal gametogenesis, that is non-disjunction. What will happen? This is also a female organism. This one also is able to produce gametes. This gamete may receive two X chromosome. This gamete do not receive any chromosome in it. So it is said to be abnormal female gamete. It is also said to be abnormal female gamete. Here is a normal male. So a normal spermatogenesis may occur. It is said to be two gametes are developed. One may be with X, other one may be with Y chromosome. Now, if this one is fertilized by this male gamete with X chromosome, it becomes triplex. It is said to be triploid. It is said to be. Then The same gamete with the XX chromosome may be fertilized by the male gamete is with Y. It becomes XXY. It is said to be a Kleine Felter affected male. It is said to be a sterile male. Now this is a male gamete is without any chromosome inside it, may be fertilized by the male gamete with X chromosome. It becomes X0 combination. That may be said to be a Turner syndrome affected female. So like that, due to the process of non-disjunction, Klinefelter syndrome or Turner syndrome, etc. may be developed related to sexual chromosome. The same process of non-disjunction may also occur in autosomes also. That may lead to trisomy condition or tetrasomy condition or monosomy, nullisomy, etc. We will see. Here, some chromosomal aberrations are going to be developed. Chromosomal aberrations. All these chromosomal aberrations are maybe developed by the non-disjunction. I think aneuploidy may be developed. Before that, 1N is said to be haploid, 2N is said to be diploid, then more number of sets of chromosomes are said to be polyploid. But here aneuploidy, 1 or 2 or more individuals of chromosomes are maybe deleted or maybe added. Then it becomes aneuploidy. Aneuploidy means adding or deleting of individual chromosomes to the normal diploid number of chromosomes. I think what is the normal diploid number of chromosomes? That always will be 2N. So to this, maybe 1 or 2 added or maybe 1 or 2 deleted. So that develops as a aneuploidy condition. Here, these chromosomal aberrations are two kinds: autosomal and allosomal. Autosomal chromosomal aberrations or syndromes. Again, one more word we are hearing, that is a syndrome. Syndrome is nothing but a disease that was developed by a group of characters or group of symptoms. Allosomal chromosomal aberrations or syndromes. Simply in this autosomal, here Down's syndrome, Edwards syndrome, Patau syndrome, etc. Here, two kinds of syndromes are there. One is Klinefelter syndrome and the Turner syndrome. Simply we will say one by one. The number one, Down syndrome. Down syndrome. Syndrome. Down's syndrome. It was discovered by the Downs. It is developed due to the non-disjunction. Okay, it is a kind of 2N plus 1, that is trisomy of 21st chromosome. I think 21st chromosome will appear 3 times. Okay, so total number of chromosomes here 2n plus 1 means 46 plus 1, so totally 47. 47 will be the maximum number of chromosomes are present in Down's syndrome. What are the characters? They have a short stature, short neck is there, neck is very short, short stature. Then joints, especially ankle joints are loosely there. Then large tongue is there, which is protruded large tongue is there, and furrowed. Next, broad skull is there, wide nostrils are there, flattened nasal bridge is there, and one more important key character of this one is in the palm, in the center of the palm, there is a deep single crevices line is there. There is a deep single crevices line that is present in the center of palm, and all these are generally called as a Mongolism. These are some of important characters always we will observe in the Down syndrome affected people. Generally, it is totally related with the maternal age. If maternal age below 30, then Down syndrome affected people may be 1 for every 1000. If maternal age more than 35 years, it is said to be 1 in every 700 people. So we have to remember about it. These are the characters of Down's syndrome. Down syndrome is developed by the non-disjunction. It is a kind of aneuploidy. Its karyotype will be 2n plus 1. So trisomy of 21st chromosome. Total number of chromosomes are 47. Short stature is there, short neck is there, joints, especially ankle joints are loosely arranged. Large tongue is there, protruded and furrowing nature. Broad skull, wide nostrils, flattened nasal bridge is there. Then commonly called as a Mongolism, and the maternal age below the 30, automatically 1 affected people may be born for every 1000 births. The maternal age, if it is more than 35 years, then one Down syndrome affected birth may occur for every 700 births. Then come to the Edward syndrome. This is Edward syndrome. Edward syndrome. Here also Edward syndrome, it is a trisomy of 18th chromosome. So 2n plus 1 in condition, total number of chromosomes 2n plus 1 hence 47. It is also due to the non-disjunction process. They have a short sternum, And then important characters of this one is ears, low set of ears, especially malformed ears. Hair lip, we can observe in their body. Cardiac problems are there by birth itself. These are the characters of Edwards syndrome. So what are the things we have to remember here? The trisomy of 18th is said to be Edward. Its karyotype will be 2n plus 1. Total number of chromosomes are 47. It is also a result of non-disjunction. Short sternum is there, low set of ears there, malformed ears are there, hair lip is there. Some cardiac problems are also developed by birth itself. Then the next one is Patau syndrome. Trisomy of 13th chromosome give the Patau syndrome. Here some important characters are. One is cleft lip is there for this Patau. Cleft lip or cleft palate is also there. Microphthalmia means poorly developed small eyes are there. Poorly developed very small eyes are present. They are said to be microphthalmia. Or cleft palate is there. These are the important some characters. 5p minus. The short arm of fifth chromosome is going to be deleted. Hence, this kind of disease will develop. Then, what are the characters are here? One is larynx and its related nervous system may be affected. In French language, cri du chat means cry like cat. Lejeune, a scientist who discovered about it. You remember. So 5p minus, the short arm of fifth chromosome is going to be deleted. The short arm of fifth chromosome is deleted. That is said to be cri du chat. Larynx may be affected because that is the sound producing organ in the human body. Then its related nervous system is also going to be affected. Okay. Now they cry like a cat. Now one more deleting syndrome is there. Wolf Hirkoran. That is, it is known as a 4p minus. 4p minus. The short arm of fourth chromosome is going to be deleted in this. Characters are two characters only. One is a widely placed eyes and cleft lip. Cleft lip or widely placed eye. These are the important two characters. You can easily see the people who are affected with Wolf Hirkoran Okay, here fourth chromosome, especially the short arm of fourth chromosome was deleted. Now, after this, the next one, some autosomal, allosomal chromosomal syndromes are there. Allosomal chromosomal syndromes are there. One is a Klinefelter syndrome. Klinefelter syndrome is nothing but here it is also the trisomy of 23rd chromosome. Its karyotype always will be X, X, Y. So adding up one more extra X chromosome, its karyotype will be X, X, Y. That is said to be 2n plus 1. Total number of chromosomes always 46 plus 1, so 47. Generally, XY is the normal male, but here one more extra X chromosome is going to be added to this. Hence, male characters are going to be suppressed. In this people, XXY chromosome, that is a karyotype of Klinefelter. In this people, testes are very, very small. They are unable to produce sperms. Sperms are not going to be developed by them. So there is a spermatogenesis may not occur. Slowly, breasts are going to be developed. Well developed breast, that is said to be gynecomastia or gynecomastism, a well developing of a mammary gland in the male body. They look like as a male, but not a real male. So they phenotypically males, but not able to produce sperms. They become a sterile males. So these are some important characters of Klinefelter syndrome. Along with their limbs are too long. Their limbs are forelimbs and hind limbs are going to be extended, elongated. So generally their body will grow maximum height. These are the important few characters of Klinefelter syndrome. The next one is Turner syndrome. Turner syndrome. This Turner syndrome means due to the deletion of one X chromosome. Hence, it is said to be X chromosome, that is X0 combination will be there in the female. So, it is said to be monosomy of 23rd chromosome. Students, we have to remember trisomy of 23rd chromosome gives Klinefelter syndrome, that always is seen in the male. Here, monosomy of 23rd chromosome seen always in females. Here, X0 combination will be there, one X is going to be deleted. Okay, so 2n minus 1, a condition will be there. Total number of chromosomes always 45 only. So in this woman's female secondary sexual characters are not well developed. Ovaries are not developed. Menstrual cycles may not occur properly. They are not able to produce ova. Ova production also may not be there. Finally, they are unable to produce young ones. So they become a sterile females. Okay, these are all developed by the Turner's syndrome. It is also a process of non-disjunction as a result of non-disjunction, etc. So only the remaining two things are here after the completion of Turner syndrome. Now, chronic myelogenous leukemia, CML. Chronic myelogenous leukemia, it is nothing but a type of cancer, WBC cancer, lymphatic cancer, that is due to the uncontrolled replication of myoblast cell. Myoblast cell is nothing but it is a stem cell for WBC. So automatically what will happen? More and more number of WBC cells are going to be developed by uncontrolled replication of this myoblast cell. Numerous myoblast cells are developed. Myoblast cells finally produces more and more number of WBC, hence the type of WBC cancer, white blood cells cancer, lymphatic cancer will develop. Finally we named it as a chronic myelogenous leukemia. This disease firstly we observe in Philadelphia, that is a city. In early stages, it was thought that a small part of 22nd chromosome may be deleted, hence this kind of chronic myelogenous leukemia was developed. But later investigations with the advanced technology and the molecular basis, we found that there is a reciprocal translocations are made in between 9th chromosome and 22 chromosome. Okay, here is a 9th chromosome, here is a 22 chromosome. This one also has a short arm and long arm. This one also has a short arm and long arm. Now here the long arm of 22 is added to the long arm of 9th chromosome. Okay, short arm of 22 chromosome receives short arm of 9th chromosome. Hence, the 22nd chromosome will become too short. This is now known as a Philadelphia chromosome. That translocation, what we are calling it as a Philadelphia translocation, that results the production of tyrosine kinase. This tyrosine kinase is an enzyme along with the other enzymes present in the cells controlled cell division and progression. Hence, it results the production of more and more and more WBC cells. It is said to be it is said to be cancer. Okay, this is the story of about the chronic myelogenous leukemia. It will come under examples as a translocations of chromosomes. Under this is the first one, chronic myelogenous leukemia. Commonly we named it as a CML. It is a type of WBC cancer. Here uncontrolled replication of myoblast cell may be there. That is the stem cell for the WBC. That kind of disease was observed for the first time in the Philadelphia city. Hence we named it as a Philadelphia disease, Philadelphia translocation of the Philadelphia chromosome. Initially, it was believed that a small part of a piece of 22nd chromosome may be deleted. But further investigations with the help of advanced molecular techniques, etc., we conclude that there is a reciprocal translocations are made in between the 9th chromosome and the 22nd chromosome. Hence, this kind of chronic myelogenous leukemia was developed. Now the long arm of 22nd is added to the long arm of 9th chromosome. The short arm of 22 chromosome receives a short arm of 9th chromosome. Finally, this 22nd chromosome abnormally becomes too short. That very shorted 22nd chromosome, we named it as a Philadelphia chromosome. That process called as a Philadelphia translocation. That may result the production of tyrosine kinase, over and over production of tyrosine kinase. That enzyme, along with the other enzymes present in the cell, may cause us uncontrolled cell division or a progression. It results more and more a production of WBC related to cancer. So that is one kind. Then other one is Burkitt's lymphoma. The second one is Burkitt's lymphoma. This is also belong to the WBC cancer, lymphatic cancer, lymphatic cells cancer. Here, chromosomal reciprocal chromosomal translocations are made especially with 8th chromosome along with either with 2 or 14 or 22. But broadly, basically, reciprocal translocations are made in between 8th chromosome versus 14th chromosome. 8th chromosome versus 14th chromosome. This is said to be Burkitt's lymphoma. Burkitt's lymphoma. Up to this, this is the important key points under sex determination and its related things. Okay, good.